Welcome to the People's Playbook. We got part two of our YouTube extravaganza of the draft that is come to be now. Correct? Did I do that right? That has come to be. First draft video on YouTube, we did our projections. What were we? 3 for 20, 3 for 32.
3 for 32.
Which is pretty good. But to be fair, we did state in the beginning that we were doing it off of needs, not off of where we thought they would go. But then again, we did make some pretty awful takes at the same time, which, it happens.
We also didn't do any trades, too.
To be fair, we also didn't do trade.
Yeah.
We did one trade, but it didn't work anyway.
Yeah.
So here we are with part two of this. As you can see, we have our tier list here. It's our tier maker. We got. I'm sure people have seen this on YouTube or, Instagram or something like that. Basically, S is superior or superb, or it's just like Super Saiyan. If any one of our.
Or it's just better than A.
Yeah, it's just better than A. It's kind of
just
anyway. It goes
keep it
S,
simple.
A, B, C, D. D's being the worst. So we're gonna
No
rank.
F's here. No F's here.
No F's.
Although
D would
D
be-
would be an
D
F
would be an F.
technically,
D would
and
be an
S would be basically near perfect of a draft based off your needs and everything. So, as you can see, we have all 32 NFL teams down here, and we will be dragging them into based off how we thought that their draft went. So, with all that being said, welcome to the People's Playbook. Before we begin, though, Lincoln has the courtesy. I think I should have the courtesy to ask you, gentlemen, how has everyone been?
Good. It's been officially a week since turning 21, and life is good, although I've just found out how many places I could have been going to and how many things I could have been doing and never been carded in my life. I haven't been carded yet.
I'm pretty sure I would be carded immediately. I look pretty young.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't been carded yet. My dad took me to a fucking liquor store. Was like, yeah, go in so you can get carded. I walked out and he was like, "Did you get carded?" I said, "Nope." I said, "It was just a fucking waste of time."
I'm gonna get carded immediately, and they're gonna probably laugh in my face.
Like I realized just how long I could have been doing this shit.
I was gonna ask
man.
you too.
Yeah.
So since we have driver's license, we have to renew our licenses. When
Yeah.
we turn 21, do you have to renew your ID?
I just did that actually.
Wow.
So-
my voice cracked, OD.
So here's what I did.
But-
You have to renew it right when you're 21.
yeah.
But I'm not doing that because I have to be on a vacation and I need a 21-year-old not expired ID. So mine will be vertical until I'm 25. No, actually not true because we have to change ours to like the
Yeah.
live
Oh,
ones.
God,
But
I have no fucking idea. I mean, look at mine. Mine's what they give old people because they can't drive.
Yeah, but does yours expire? That's what I mean. Do you
I
have
don't
to renew it?
think it expires. Honestly, I really don't. I think I'm good to go. You can give it a look-see though. A couple of
dude, everything expires. It expires in 2023.
no, of
Is it-
course it
I-
expires. I'm saying
Yeah.
That's what he's asking, isn't it?
no, but he's
Well,
asking if it
I
expires
meant
right at
At
21.
21.
Because ours does.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that I'm pretty sure it's like good to go. Like I can until 2023, of course. So yeah, that's pretty
yes.
much what I've been doing.
Sorry for going a little off track, but I've been doing pretty good too. So let's just move on.
Yeah.
Gabe's feeling a little sickly right now.
Gabe just got his second vaccination shot, and that one is the deathly one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Unless you're Johnson, you'll be
It's-
dying the same day.
it's starting to come up on me.
Yeah, it's sneaking up on him a bit. He's been a little bit quieter today.
Well, that was just because we had a good time last night, isn't that right, big guy?
Excuse me. What the hell was that about?
You're supposed to keep it on the low, Lance.
All right, it's
Okay,
getting a little weird here for me.
all right. So basically, I printed out a Pro Football Focus. It's just a random amount of teams. I'm just gonna go off of that.
Now,
and how-
do you want to go based off of for alphabetical order? Like, is that going from Arizona Cardinals?
I'd assume so, because then it goes Atlanta Falcons after that. So I think it's based off of the city.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry to
Yeah,
throw
kind of
you out of the way.
throw me out of
But,
the loop here, my friend. But all right, I guess I gotta find my notes a bit. But that's fine by me. We can.
Okay, so we'll start with the Arizona Cardinals. Right off the bat, I mean, I'm not gonna tell the teams that So let me see if I can get him. Honestly, we really should just do it based off of in a row. But whatever.
Yeah,
I
let's
see-
do that then. Let's start with the Titans and go to the Dolphins after. Then just do that.
All right, well, let's start with the Titans then.
Yeah.
Jeez. Let's start with the Titans, who I believe picked up with their first overall pick in the draft. Hold on, let's see.
This is the
Caleb Farley, first
Yeah.
round pick, it was the 22nd pick. And then they picked up Randunes, North Dakota State, the offensive tackle, in the second round. And everything past that is just, I
Yeah,
thought
we're-
it was very, 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 like, I don't know, very suspect for me. Monty Rice, third round, Elijah Molden. Elijah Molden's okay. I didn't mind that pick. But to me, like, Caleb Farley's a bit of a risk because of his back surgery. I like Randunes. I actually really do. I like that move because, Derrick Henry's that future. Keep that offensive line strong. But so I actually gave this a C+, just because, like, it really wasn't anything special to me. But they did pick up Caleb Farley, who could be a big thing if his back surgery goes well and he recovers.
Yeah, I think it's a risky pick
Yeah.
just because of his level of injuries in the past.
And I like Randunes. I think he's a great player. But the rest of the draft, it didn't impress me. So I gave it a mediocre grade for a mediocre draft class.
I think that I like that they went out and grabbed wide receivers since they lost.
Well, they grabbed one.
Corey Davis. They grabbed
Yeah.
two.
Oh, they got one out of LSU. Racing. Yeah.
So, but realistically,
But
I'm
they're
looking-
not good receivers, though.
Yeah, and to be honest with you,
There was better receivers there.
there's better receivers there. And the Tennessee Titans, I mean, I guess it was good to go for a defensive first, but yeah, I would agree.
I mean,
with
we
you,
both,
like,
when we did this, we thought a wide receiver was a glaring need because they just
I
lost
thought so
Corey
too.
Davis. But they
But, I mean, if
apparently
you-
did not.
and did they just lose Malcolm? Is Malcolm Butler still on the team?
I think they released him.
I don't think he's on the team anymore.
I think he's on the Cardinals. Yeah, he's on the
But
Cardinals.
like even like in that division,
But not like he was a
you-
big deal anyway. I mean, I just don't think. I don't know. The Tennessee Titans are never. They're always a dark horse team. You really never know how they're gonna play. And they had a bunch. Yeah, I'd give it a C.
I said a C plus, C.
So we're in the tier here. So
Yeah.
wait, Gabe.
Yeah, I'll give it a C too.
Okay, so the Dolphins are up next. I think the Dolphins have one of the better.
Yeah, I was
Best-
gonna say maybe maybe the
No.
first A. I
You
was
disagree, Lincoln?
I didn't think they had one of the better drafts. I think they have a good draft, but better drafts
Out of the
Eh.
teams, I think that they were up there.
I think they were up
mean,
there.
I think
too.
I think they had a great draft. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe.
I think they
Hold
got
on.
I think Jalen Waddle. We projected him to go prior to.
Technically, we had him going to the Pats. We had him
Yeah.
falling.
we did
a
have him
bit.
following.
Oh yeah, because they said big name. They were gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
But they needed a wide receiver,
They
and I
did.
think they needed that. I think they got a steal out of Jalen Phillips.
I like Jalen Phillips.
The
The only other pick I like though is Hunter Long out of Boston College. The rest of them was just like Javen Holland out of Oregon.
Javon Holland's nice, bro.
Yeah.
I was an Oregon fan.
I know you're a big Oregon guy, so I had a feeling you'd
He's-
stick
he's
up
a
for
big-
Holland, but
He's a big plug-in.
I just think
You can
I just
put
think
him-
they got exactly what they wanted to.
Exactly.
And what they needed.
Yeah.
Whether
thought,
they were fantastic picks, I like the first 3 picks. I can't speak on past round like really 3 because at this point you're really getting into some.
well, the thing
Yeah,
is, they must really
they
have
had a
faith in
big
Miles
gap. They had a
Gaskin.
big gap.
I thought they needed a running back, to be honest.
They got one at the 7th round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's awful. He sucks.
Well, okay, 7th round you can. I mean, those are wild cards. You can never. A lot of them suck, but they can pull through. I don't want to say that he
But, like-
sucks because.
All right.
But, like,
there's
you
a
rather-
possibility that he does.
I think that they needed a bigger. I think a running back should have came earlier.
I think a
me.
running back definitely should have came, but like.
yeah, but I mean, other than that, and if,
I mean,
if
Miles
you're gonna give him
Gaskin
one
could be legit.
critique-
He could be legit.
Yeah, I think he's good.
But I don't know. Just it seemed like a bit of a stretch to not address your running back situation until the 7th round. That kind of bothered me a bit.
I think they wanted to address their defense more and like get to a more playmakers like
Regardless,
Jalen Waddle. Like,
I agree. Regardless, I gave him an A minus.
yeah.
which would fall in the A
Yeah,
category.
like,
I like an
yeah.
A.
I like an A.
I just
too.
think because they had the one oof of the running back, so I'm not gonna give him an S.
Yeah.
but I think they really, outside of the running back, they
No,
address their
yeah,
needs rather
okay.
quickly.
I would agree it's not an S, but I would agree it's an A.
Okay,
Yep.
so we'll do that. Now we get the Browns.
S.
I would. I
I
would.
like it.
S,
I like that. I like
Okay.
it too.
They had the best draft out of everybody. They are a
Yeah.
Super Bowl contender. A big one, too. Assuming Baker can live up to...
I was gonna say I thought you were a big disbeliever on Baker Mayfield.
We had a good year last year, so if he can continue to get better, then I don't see any reason why he shouldn't continue to get better, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think they did a fantastic job. They got a steal in the second round with, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but Jeremiah, who was supposed
Jeremiah
to... Jeremiah.
Wusu-Koramoah.
Yeah, there you go. and,
J-O-K.
Koromoa.
and I love Greg Newsome, too. And I agree.
I mean,
think-
I was a big
no.
Greg Newsome fan before. I had him going
yeah.
as high as 13.
Yeah.
So I was like...
And that he fell to 26 is fantastic
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
for them.
Well, like the Chargers was a really good spot for him,
Yeah.
honestly, and like
I think Demetric Felton in round 6 is actually is pretty good value
I
for
just-
Felton.
I just found that every single pick that they've got higher than where they were. You know what I mean? Like they just, it was a player that should have been drafted prior.
Yeah, they just
I
got
think-
great
I think,
value
I think
on
Schwartz
everything.
was a bit of a reach, but I think that their first 2 picks made up for it because like Schwartz, I don't know.
I like Anthony Schwartz. I think
Yeah, I think they were better receivers. Like I don't understand the receiver draft class this year. Like people were
Well,
taking
like-
people who I would just never take as high as they did. You
But,
know what I mean?
The first
but
round
like
showed
it's
kind
just
of long.
it's just their fit. It's just their fit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I get it. You know, it's all about fits, and I respect it, but to me, I would never take Anthony Schwartz over some of the other guys.
So
Yeah.
we're into the Jacksonville Jaguars now.
Okay.
I mean, so here's the thing. I mean, obviously you get the best prospect in the draft. So how much does that affect? I mean, I don't want to give him such a high grade just because they got him because he was the first overall pick too.
you know,
But
I was thinking about
but
giving
you-
the Jags a C, just because like
no.
like, you can't credit them too much, bro. They have a given pick with
I think
Trevor
the
Yeah, but
Lawrence.
that's
And then you don't even address the offensive line. You go and get Travis Etienne when you have James Robinson.
that's my only problem with this draft class, though. I think that Luke Farrell out of Ohio State, they got a good tight end for good value for round 5. Walker Little is
Yeah.
no fucking scrub. He's a
No.
good offensive tackle. Tyson Campbell out of Georgia, great corner, added into an already great, should be
Better-
a decent,
better secondary.
better
Yeah.
secondary.
I don't understand.
Travis Etienne is a
I don't-
bit of a stretch
I don't,
for
and
me.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why they need a running back.
That bothered me.
That's kind of what like.
And-
But I do believe that Trevor Lawrence should be you should take that into effect, whether or not you have the first
But,
pick
like-
or not. I think that does.
And that's
count
what I
in
was
your
trying,
draft
and
grade.
I agree with that too. Just because obviously he's one of the
all right,
he's,
let's give him
he's,
a B then.
he's the best prospect since what Andrew
I'd be
Luck?
fine with giving them. I said an A-, but if you guys want to settle for like a B+, I'd be fine with it.
I'm cool to B+, so I'll put him in the B category. I just
Yeah,
Okay.
just because
the ETN thing really bothered me.
I don't and
Like, at first I was trying to defend it, and I was like, it actually really doesn't make any sense.
No, I agree. It really doesn't. I hated the pick. I was
They
like, why?
they had an undrafted running back go off last year, and then they pick a running back in the first round.
Yeah.
It's just like it doesn't add up. Like
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
all right, so you got the Detroit Lions now up.
Now the Lions were another team that a lot of people gave a A+ grade.
I give him an A.
So
I
you're
give him
looking.
a B, A.
I think Panay
Yeah.
Sewell falling to him at 7 was a steal.
Yep.
Even if they didn't, I mean, obviously an offensive tackle, people were expecting them to draft a wide receiver in the first round, but an offensive tackle can also, at his caliber, love the pick.
I
mean,
don't
you have
mi-
to draft
Well,
him if
really,
he falls
it
to
really
you.
all depends because with the wideout, like both Jalen Waddle and Jamar Chase fell. Like, and are you really gonna take Devontae Smith with the 7th pick? Like, you're gonna take the best.
I
player
like
there.
Sewell.
But how much
Yeah,
are
you're
you?
gonna pick Panay. Like,
How much are you putting also? How much confidence are they having now in Goff too, where they want to make sure that he's protect? Like how much
Yeah.
do they love him too? We don't know
They
necessarily.
added 2 big boys to their offensive line,
Yeah.
defensive line. Their corner out of Syracuse.
I
He's got
like
good
he's
size
from,
as
he's
well.
from Grafton.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they went defensive first.
I hated their wide receiver pick, and I hated their linebacker. I loved Jamar Jefferson out of Oregon State
State.
there for the 7th round. I think that's actually great value for round 7. So I put them as an A-A, but honestly, I would even have them as low as because no, I'd stick with A-A. Honestly.
Yeah, I would too. I'd give it an A-ish. So I'm gonna stick with that as well.
I'll stick with an A-. Gabe before.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Pretty good for the rebuilding.
Yeah.
I just think they got. I like where they're going so far.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what they needed to do. They need to start from scratch. I mean, Detroit is probably the worst organization other than maybe the Browns, but the Browns are coming up as we've seen. So
Yeah.
I like what they did there. So let's get the next one, Minnesota Vikings.
Okay, so this one's a little bit of a.
Wait, look who the last team is. It's the Patriots. That's fantastic.
That's actually kind of funny.
Jesus.
The Seahawks are kind of in the
Yeah,
in there
back-
too.
Yeah.
Right next to the fucking Jets.
Jets. Anyway, so Minnesota Vikings. Let's get on them real quick.
Yeah. So, I like Darisaw out of Virginia Tech
I
with
do
their
too.
first pick. Love that. Kellen Mond was a bit of a surprise pick for them because that's gonna upset Cousins. Personally, I don't even like Cousins, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of why like they took him
Like I don't like Cousins. You're never gonna win with Kirk Cousins.
And maybe
I'm sorry.
maybe they like getting a quarterback because Kirk Cousins can be more of a mentor for him. They know he's not going to play for a while, and
Well, Kellen Mond also brings something to
He-
an offense that Kirk Cousins can't, and
Yeah,
that's the
facts.
fact that Kellen Mond can. If there's
Move.
not, he can
Yeah.
move. He can get
Yeah.
outside the pocket and maybe escape. And he's got some speed to him as well. Not crazy
Yeah.
speed, but speed.
and he's one of the
And
more
he's big.
experienced.
He is a
QBs.
big guy. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
So I didn't hate the pick. I liked Wyatt Davis out of Ohio State, and I liked nope, that's it actually. The rest is I wrote.
Well, I love I mean, we have to understand too that the first round, I think they did a fantastic job trading back too. They were 14, if we recall
Yeah.
correctly, and they still got Christian Darisaw with that. Someone who was pretty high up on the board.
I'd put
too.
him in the
Yeah.
C category with the Titans. I don't think they had as good of a draft as the Jaguars, but I wouldn't put him in the D category.
I can agree with that.
You
I can
know?
agree with
I
that,
just
yeah.
I don't think they had like a crazy good draft.
I give him I mean average. I give
Yeah.
B- C+ type of look. So if you guys go C, I'm cool. With
I will.
that.
Yeah.
I just don't think they had. I don't think they should be right next to the Jaguars because the Jaguars to me had a better draft.
Yeah, they're bigger names. Okay, so Tampa Bay now, the Buccaneers. They obviously had the 32nd overall pick. 'Cause they're Super Bowl champions.
Yep.
Glaring needs.
I thought they had a fantastic offseason. Like if I were to grade their offseason, I'd give it
Fantastic.
an A
A+
because they've really done it well. But drafting wise,
kind of stretched.
they
They
stretched
stretched
OD.
Yeah.
Like,
Starting with that first pick.
I would maybe even put them in the D category.
Yeah. No,
Because-
I
So you're
don't
going for
disagree with you.
the fact that you're going the first few picks. You have an edge, a quarterback, which I can understand the
Yeah.
quarterback, but then you have a linebacker as a third pick. I don't need a linebacker.
Like Kyle Trask has got. I love the fact that they took something in the future. Like Kyle Trask obviously was the 5th best, I think, quarterback in that draft class. So taking him to learn under Tom Brady before he retires, which God only knows when, but we keep saying it should be next year, but it's never actually next year.
It's not going to be next year.
So I don't know when the fuck this guy's gonna retire, but I like the fact that they took a good quarterback.
but
to
Kyle
learn.
Trask also is very inexperienced, and
He put up similar numbers
Yeah.
to obviously
let's
when I
talk
say
about
this-
who he was throwing to as well.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, okay, but people don't take that into consideration though. He put up better stats or similar stats to Joe Burrow, but nobody ever questioned Joe Burrow. They never said Joe Burrow was throwing to Jamar Chase and
And
all these
honestly,
other-
Joe Burrow probably in
Yeah.
that team, he probably had the most talent around
it was
him.
just to me that Trask had that 1 year, and I guess Joe Burrow did too. But I guess
yeah. So
the Florida just I don't know. I don't mind it.
I give this draft a D. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to show up one glaring kind of like
I just think they have a lot of question marks.
Yeah.
shine of hope for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I give it a D. in
Because
this
at least they're
category.
investing in their future. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to do something.
Yeah, I mean, I would give him. Here's the thing. If I'm not gonna put him next to Tennessee and Vikings because I think they had a way better draft than them.
Yep.
We don't have an F, and I wouldn't put him in F category, but I'd have to put him in the lowest category. I'd probably give him a C- if I could, but
You have to put
because
him lower.
I think C plus category, even B minus is in the C for this one.
Yep.
So I mean we kind of have.
You have to.
Yeah.
They did not have as good of a draft as the
Hell
Titans
no.
and the Vikings.
So now we got the San Francisco 49ers. So big. There's a lot of controversy with this.
Yeah.
Because obviously they picked Trey Lance third, and the thing is that they drafted all the way up to the third overall pick, and nobody knew if they were going to draft Mac Jones or Trey Lance. They draft Trey Lance, who didn't go to the pro day, didn't play his most recent year because of COVID. So you do have someone who, I mean, obviously he's a huge, he's supposed to be big time, but at the same time, it's like you draft all the way up to third. You hope he pays off. If he doesn't, you're going to be big question marks around your name.
The 49ers fan base, because I'm in a lot of
They didn't want Mac Jones.
no, they didn't want Mac Jones, but I was saying I'm in like on like Bleacher Report you can join like I guess they call it like a community.
Yeah.
I'm in a ton of those just so I can kind of stay updated. I am in one of the 49ers and they loved their drafts. Like I mean like everything was just like normally I see like fans being like kind of like realistic. Yeah, maybe our draft class like a B. They loved every
single
pick. To me, I like Trey Lance. You guys know that. I love Trey Lance. I
hope he does
loved him as
well.
a quarterback, and I thought he was the second best quarterback walking into the draft. Obviously, other people disagreed. Aaron Banks out of Notre Dame. He's a big guy. I think he'll bring something to that offensive line. Past that, I didn't see anything that I was like, whoa. Like Trey Sermon out of Ohio State, they love that pick. I think I did not like his like tape. Nothing impressive about it. Like his like main highlights were him running for 20 yards and getting brought down because he's not quick enough.
Yeah,
and he's not a big guy either.
No, he's more of like he's kind of more like an elusive back, pretty much. Like
I don't even think they needed a running back.
He'll make you like miss and like he'll break tackles, but he's not like anything.
So I gave them a B minus because I've seen A's. The site I'm looking at right now gives them an A.
I put him in the B category.
I don't think they're like. I don't mind Thomas out of Michigan, the corner, but like I don't know. I did not think it was A category.
Not at all.
I think it's B right with the Jaguars.
Yeah, I agree. So let's get to the Falcons now. I think the Falcons had a fantastic draft. I think they had a great draft.
Let's see. Give me a minute.
I think they had a pretty decent draft.
Kyle Pitts, first
Yeah.
overall. I mean, he's. There's not much to say really about him. He's projected to be a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if you.
based off of his
that.
size and how well of a season he had last year, I think if you're talking people always go above and beyond. You can never project a Hall of Fame career really, but he was as close
He's already making history.
to projections as it could have been really.
I'm pretty sure no tight end has ever been picked higher than he was.
So
sure he made
the first
history
thing
on that.
when I look at this, the fact that they didn't take a quarterback or anything kind of like referencing kind of like a rebuild is that they want to contend.
They picked up.
They're
Felipe
not
Franks. I don't know if you know who that is.
undrafted free agent.
Yeah, he's a quarterback. So like they could throw him into the like.
That was my biggest problem. Is that one they didn't take a QB, which I thought maybe in the later rounds they maybe take one, but they didn't. What the hell are you doing over there? You eating jerky?
He was eating jerky.
Fuck you, man.
He was staring at me
Okay.
right in the face.
They added some help to their horrendous defense. Like some help.
They drafted 3 offensive pieces.
They added a DN, 2 cornerbacks, D tackle. That's about it though. But I think that defense needed a lot more help.
Than the offense.
Like, why are they taking Frank Darby out of Arizona State? Like, they don't need wide receiver. You took Kyle Pitts to kind of just balance out that offense.
Well,
I think
Julio's leaving.
I think that's all smoke. I don't think he leaves. I think
They
he
might
was
use
gonna.
their cap space.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they said that he might get traded
Exactly.
for is because of their cap space.
I guess.
But yeah, I mean, I think I agree with Lincoln though. I think they didn't need to move up with their offense at all. I think their defense was always the problem. You have Matt Ryan throwing he can throw the ball, and everyone knows that. And he always
Mhm.
throws in junk time. That's how he gets so many passing yards. You have all the weapons on the offense. You need to fix the defense to make it low scoring.
I don't know whether I put him with B or C.
No, I changed
I
it
wouldn't
back
put
up.
him in A.
No, I wouldn't either.
I'm liking B, honestly.
I would give him a B. You have to think about Kyle Pitts too,
Yeah.
because if you're talking about Trevor Lawrence pushing up their draft stock as well, it's the same thing with him.
And like honestly, like if Julio does leave, like it's not they're like these aren't bad picks for them. Like realistically.
We'll give him a B. I'm fine with it. Ravens. The Ravens. All right, let's see.
I'm honestly like leaning towards an A. for the
If I
Ravens.
remember correct, I also gave them an A, but I have to go and check.
Because
my
they
notes.
did what they needed to do, which is pretty much getting Lamar help. Like
I have them at an A. I had them as an
Yeah.
A. Rashad Bateman at 27 was a great pick and a great fall to them who desperately need a wide receiver. If they didn't take a wide receiver, I might have walked up to their GM and smacked him
Dude,
in the
it's
face
like-
myself.
it's like we'll talk about it after. It's like Green Bay. Like you-
They're the edge.
like,
out of
you
Penn
have to,
State.
like,
Yeah,
you
I think
have
I
to.
like the edge pick
Like-
because they got rid of a lot of their defensive pieces up front,
Yep.
especially. They needed a guard, any offensive help really for the line.
I actually, you know what? I believe this is an A plus. I gave them an A plus because
Yeah.
I love Sean Wade at Ohio State. I thought that's a great corner. I like Tylen Wallace out of Oklahoma State, and I really enjoyed Ben Cleveland out of Georgia. To me, that's just a lot of I enjoyed. That's me saying I enjoy a lot, which I don't do normally. So I gave him an A plus. I'd put him right next to the Browns.
yeah. No, honestly, I can agree with that too.
I think they had a great
think-
draft.
I'm looking at all their pieces.
I think like you said, Lincoln, they filled up all their needs pretty much. Like
Yep. Not the best offseason.
no.
Quite opposite of the Buccaneers, I
Yeah.
would say.
Oh yeah.
I could put the
Oh,
Ravens.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Quite opposite of the Buccaneers. They great draft, terrible offseason.
All right, you got the Chicago Bears. I'm putting them in S.
What?
Really.
Yeah, just because of their first move. That alone would do it for me. And if it's not an S, then you have to put them in an A.
Hold on. Now you got me looking around. Now you got me.
I mean,
looking.
You're all the way
I-
back at
I-
20, and you
I
see.
understand like Justin Fields, like obviously that was
Just
like,
to
the
me,
move
it's
of
like the
night,
Bears are
but-
just known as a laughing stock in the league, just because every year their quarterback situations are horrendous. And you go now
Well, I mean, he's not even gonna be. He's gonna be quarterback too, because Andy Dalton's QB1.
Yeah.
for
For a little bit.
for like literally 5 weeks, 6
Yeah,
weeks.
maybe.
No, bro. They
It's gonna-
tweeted it.
it'll
It
be
said
it'll be a
QB.
Tua.
Dude, you're high as
No,
hell.
it's not. It's gonna be
You're-
dude. It's gonna be a Tua Ryan Fitzpatrick situation.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I like
No,
I like
disagree
Justin Fields
with
better
both
than
of you.
Tua,
Justin
too.
Fields is gonna come in and start week 1.
Maybe.
I think it
Maybe.
depends.
I was just fucking with you guys.
I think it depends on.
Hey,
I think it depends on.
They actually said that. Ryan Pace actually said that Andy Dalton was gonna be their starting.
I don't give a
Oh,
shit
yeah.
about.
He's
Just,
so
you know
like-
you know what friggin' the Green Bay Packers coach said. He said Aaron Rodgers is gonna stay with us. No, he's not. He's not gonna stay with
Well,
you.
that's-
You're trading him.
Bro, that's a completely different
Bobby
situation.
D has got a lot to
That's a
say
completely different
about the
situation.
Packers situation. And he's got a lot to say. I told him. I said at this time I'd love to hear from him, but he's got a lot to say about that situation. And he claims that the Packers had a great draft.
What?
He claims that's what he said.
Mm-mm.
I say if we
They
get
didn't have
to
a
it
bad draft,
and there's
but they didn't
time,
have
I
a
say we
good
give him a
draft.
call.
They didn't
Well,
have-
we really. I mean, we've done this so far. We should make our decisions faster.
Yeah.
We're already at 30 minutes, so we're
Nice.
we should
Yeah.
speed it up a little bit. So, Bears. You got meet me in the middle. Give me an A. Give me an A.
Yeah, let's.
Give me an A. Come on. If you
Fine,
move up and you're not a
fine,
laughing
fine.
stock,
Give
you
an A,
get.
give an
yeah,
A,
let's go
give
with
an
an
A.
I thought that was
but-
I thought that was the best trade of the draft.
All right. Well, while
Yeah.
we're here, give the Bengals an A too. While we're up there, we're in the A category. I want the Bengals up in A. I thought they had a great draft.
I think you should.
I liked it.
I think you should talk about it real quick. I'll give you this one. Give the stage.
Jeez, man. I got the stage, man.
they
I
got
got
the-
all right. Well,
Well, the
Jamar Chase right
Yeah.
there is just a fantastic pick.
Exactly.
I
You
do.
know-
I like that pick. I just, I hope Joe Burrow doesn't die in the process.
Yep.
They did get a tackle in the second
They
round,
did.
but I hope he's okay next year because if he doesn't get some offensive help, he will be headless at some point.
They
in
added
time.
three guys on the line. They added Jackson, Cameron, I don't know, Deontay Smith, and then Trey Hill as the center for Georgia.
They got rid of AJ Green. Remember that too. He's gone. So Jamar Chase, they
added
need to fill a wide receiver.
2 edges. I thought they filled up as good as they can. I don't think that the Bengals will compete next year, but they have so many holes that you just
Yeah.
It was good for a rebuild.
I'll give him an A. Give him an A.
It's just good for a rebuild, man.
Yeah.
All right, you got the Dallas
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
All right, I've got a little bit of controversial on this one because
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people, and including this one. Oh, actually, no, this one did give him what I gave him, but I've seen a lot of A's.
I wouldn't give him an A.
I would give him a B.
B's, and then I'm giving him I'd C minus D.
Really?
I hated their draft with a passion.
I don't mind. Okay. So here's
Why?
my.
I mean, you guys
went-
know I wasn't
they
a big fan of Micah Parsons. I'm not a big believer in Micah Parsons at all. I think he reminds me of the other guy from the,
Who?
Simmons, boy, out of Arizona. He's in Arizona right now.
Oh, I know you're
Drafted
talking
him
about.
high. Isaiah Simmons.
Isaiah
Simmons.
Yeah, and he fucking failed. He could have a good year this year, but he
I
failed last year.
I think Mike Parsons will be good. I just don't understand why you drafted a linebacker where you still have Van Der Esch there.
Yeah.
I don't.
He was hurt for
Yeah,
most of the year.
because he freaking broke his collarbone.
And Sean Lee retired. So
I just don't. I don't think that. I think they could have gotten.
and if you're establishing getting making your defense better, you should start at the linebacker position.
I think they needed a corner, which they got in the
They got
second.
corner.
They got that in the second
Yeah.
and third.
They addressed their defense.
I don't know. What were they? The 10th pick, and they trade back 2
Traded
picks.
back.
Yeah.
I like that pick. To have them trading back because there wasn't really anybody.
I think they could have traded back more and then gotten maybe a cornerback later in that round, gotten maybe a few more assets for it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I feel like you're right. Sean Lee retired and everything, but I don't think.
I just don't think they. I would put him with C. Put them as the C's because they didn't have as good of a draft as the Jaguars, the 49ers, and the Falcons.
I could give.
But
a
they didn't
C.
have a worse draft than the Buccaneers or
Yeah.
equal.
I'll give a C then. I agree
C.
with that. Okay, the Texans.
D. Put them. No, we don't need to talk about it. They drafted. They're just D. Put them right there.
Hey, they addressed their needs.
Yeah, they addressed it all right.
But they needed to.
They didn't have a pick till round 3.
They
Yeah.
for a team
in
that
which
bad.
they got their quarterback.
Fucking D. There's nothing else to it. I mean,
Yeah,
in the
D.
future you might have more
Yeah.
picks, and they do have more picks, but
D.
The
No, not the
Colts.
Colts. Not
The
the
Colts
I
are
was
up
just
now.
saying.
The Indianapolis Colts. I like
I like Quiddy
Quiddy
Payne.
Pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that.
That quarterback they drafted was hot ass. I looked up his
Sam
tape.
Ehlinger?
Yeah, terrible.
He's not bad.
No, he looked terrible.
He's not.
I honestly, watching
Did
him.
they draft a wide receiver?
I'm trying to find them right now. No, well,
One
yeah, no, they
In the
did.
Yeah.
sixth,
From
seventh
Charleston.
round.
Yeah, awful.
They need a wide receiver.
They do. I didn't like their draft.
I don't-
gave them. I honestly,
I
if
give
you,
him a C.
yeah, I'd put them right there with C's. Honestly, if you said a D, I wouldn't care either.
I give him a C. I don't.
That quarterback, I'm not kidding. He actually looked like he threw the ball like a 4-year-old girl. I guess at that point.
I just don't. An edge, a defensive end.
He just it was so soft. He was throwing it like a hot.
He's really passionate about the quarterback.
I was so
No, I
upset
don't-
when I saw that quarterback. I don't know how he even got to that point in his career where he now a starting quarterback for a
He
D1
was-
program.
He was a 5-star in high school.
I know. It boggled my mind seeing him throw the ball. It just was awful. But
I don't think that they. I don't know. I liked Quiddy Pay, and that's pretty much it.
yep,
Yeah.
to be
Rams.
honest.
Let's move on. We got.
Rams. Loss.
Oh yeah, I gave honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I gave him a C minus,
Yeah.
but
C
I'd
minus
be
with
okay with
the
putting him in
D.
the D category.
They
Because-
drafted. They drafted 2 offensive linemen and the rest defensive players. First off, I don't know.
They got a wide. They got a wide out.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Where?
They
Are
got
you
a wide
looking at-
receiver.
Are you looking at LA
Raiders.
Rams?
Shit.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
No, they got a wide receiver. They got a pretty good wide receiver too.
Yeah,
got-
Tutu Atwell.
They got Tutu Atwell. He's
a
explosive.
speedster.
He's explosive.
He's a very explosive guy. I'll give him that. It's what they were looking for.
Exactly.
But the rest of their draft, very, very suspect.
Yeah. I
So-
do agree with that, but
So honestly, I would be fine with putting them right there with. I just feel like the Texans are so goddamn bad. I wish there was an F category.
I know I should have put one.
Honestly,
It's
like,
bothering me so much because I don't think that they had as bad of a draft as the Texans. But
I don't think they had as good as a draft as, say, the Vikings.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm putting them in D.
Put them in the D.
But here's the thing. Let me just fucking, yeah. Or should we put them at this side or this side? Just to how bad they
it doesn't
were.
matter.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for the Bucks and the Rams because they had better drafts than the Texans, but
Texans are just
they were hot ass.
All
Very
right.
hot ass.
Okay, so you got the the Chargers up now. I said
I really like the Chargers.
and you guys said what'd you guys say first round? I thought they would draft a tackle the first round. Granted, the wide receivers did fall pretty quickly.
No, this was like Slater and them, right?
Yeah, they got Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
Rashawn Slater, yep. I like their I like their draft a lot too. I think they had one of the better drafts.
Oh, I
They
gave them
truthfully.
an A. I gave
Yeah.
them an
Yeah, they protected Justin Herbert and
Justin Herbert, they got
A. Asante Samuel's a
Asante
big guy.
Samuel.
yep.
Yep. I gave him. I'd put him up there with the Bengals with A's.
I would too.
All right, well then
Facts.
do it.
And
You
I
control the
Because
mic,
like
my
they,
friend. Or
they
the
like they just filled up their needs. They
and I
did.
could see a potential argument for an S potentially.
I was thinking about it.
really.
We can
Just
we'll
because
wait for the rest of the.
They did fill their needs. They lost Casey Hayward. They filled it up with Asante Samuel.
I think they filled every single need that they needed to.
Pretty
really.
much.
Okay.
That's tough for me. I don't know if I could give him an S, but I definitely can give him an A.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Kansas City up now. Quick shout out if you guys want to.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys
big
went to Leominster. I didn't, so I can't give a shout out. But
Yeah, big shout out to a Leominster alum. Is that one? Yeah, Noah Gray for getting picked up in the
Fifth
round.
Fifth
Yeah,
round,
fifth
yeah.
round of the Kansas City Chiefs. Congrats, buddy.
honestly, I'm jealous, man. You
I know.
give Patrick Mahomes a damn good handshake,
Yeah, seriously. You tell him the Masshole Perspective says hi.
and you tell him
Dude, he gets to be mentored by Travis Kelce.
No,
That's
That is
insane.
fucking
That's
crazy.
big for
that's
him.
insane.
That's big.
Like
Big,
best
big.
of luck for Noah.
The
and
only
yeah,
negative
his
is that he
NFL
has
career.
to potentially talk to, Mahomes' girlfriend and brother.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
fucked.
I would put them in the C category though, as much as good congratulations
Yeah.
to Noah. But honestly, besides Noah and Creed Humphrey, outside of that, I didn't think they had a good draft. Creed Humphrey is the one thing that I was like, hey, that's a fucking stud.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was like 1,300 snaps and not a single sack allowed. That alone should put him in the C category.
Their line's gonna be nasty.
Their line is
Well,
gonna.
they
be
needed
nasty.
it to be nasty.
Yeah. So I want to put him in the C. I don't think they had a good draft as B, but I'd put him in the
Well,
C.
yeah, they didn't have a first rounder. They traded that to the Ravens.
Yep.
Yeah, I give him a C.
Yeah. C.
Draft terms. Okay, you got the Saints. I did not like their draft.
Let me give me a minute.
Why do you like their draft?
I just didn't think they got exactly. Let me specifically.
Oh
pull it
yeah,
up
I
here.
gave him a D.
Like, let me just hold on. Let me just get to N real quick. I think it was just the fact of who they draft. Okay, so
Oh yeah, this was awful. I hated it. Now I'm looking at it, and it just reminded me. I put him right there. I'd put him with the fucking Texans if I could.
I just don't think.
Really?
I think you needed.
Peyton Turner in the
yeah.
first round, bugging. You
Yeah,
must
he
be
was
outside your mind.
He was not a first rounder at all. Not to
No.
mention, I don't even think that they necessarily need to address defensive needs at first, and that was their first 3 picks.
Yeah.
You need to draft the offense, address the offense.
Yeah.
Well,
An
Yeah.
Iron Book was like, eh.
What?
do you though?
Do I what?
Do you need to address the offense? The only thing that they need to address on the offense is the quarterback, and there's not a
They
quarterback.
lost Emmanuel Sanders. I
I would-
think
I
they
would
would
say
have gone
that
a
you
wide
just made-
receiver.
I
But, like,
think that they
the
should've
value
gone
was
wide
not
receiver.
there.
Huh?
The value was not there for a wide receiver,
Then trade out, get
especially
more picks.
for an X that they need.
Get early second round then. I just don't. An edge, a linebacker. They didn't need a fucking edge or a linebacker.
Well, they lost Quan Alexander.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say they needed Pete Werner, but
Okay,
Pete
but not the
Werner
edge
is
then.
Like, I don't know. I didn't like Pete Werner. I didn't like Peyton Turner. I think it's a garbage draft. I put it right there with D's. Gabe, it
Gabe,
seems like
please
you
give me your
disagree.
2 cents. Do you like a? You
I
probably
was
gave him
gonna-
an S.
I was gonna give them a C, but like I don't think they're as bad as the Texans were. That's just what I was saying.
Nobody's
I
better
know.
than the
I know.
Texans. We really should. At the
Like-
end of this draft, I'm gonna take the Texans out, put them at the bottom here,
Yeah.
because that's really where they deserve to be.
I'm sorry. to all
I
those-
honestly, I thought they had a better fucking draft than the Rams too.
No.
I
No.
think they were with the Rams.
I would actually say the Rams had a better draft. Out of
Yeah.
everyone in the D category, I'd say the Rams had the best draft.
Well, yeah, there's not much you have to work with. You're talking about Tampa Bay and fucking Houston.
All right, let's go with the Giants. What do we have for time?
We're good. We're going faster. We're at 40 minutes, so we
Okay.
have only probably 10.
I like what the
12 minutes
Giants
left.
did first round, trading back.
I did too.
I think
a lot-
Kadarius
a-
Toney was a little bit of a stretch,
Yeah, me too.
but
Why?
For
He's
the
nasty.
first round, yeah, he's
What?
good.
I would see him early second round.
He has
though.
the most upside for like an explosive player. Him and Waddle.
Honestly, I was watching him his Senior Bowl. He
He's
created
so shifty, bro.
he
It's
is- he is
insane.
He is
shifty.
shifty, and
Like-
he's good at breaking tackles.
Yeah.
But
he's
honestly,
insane.
the corners he was going up against weren't like crazy.
What do you mean? He played in the SEC. He played in the
No,
best
I'm talking about in the
conference.
Senior Bowl,
Like,
like in his one-on-one drills.
yeah, but like even like that's just a Senior Bowl. Like talk about what he did in the whole
Yeah, he
the
had
whole
the most
season.
yards after catch and the most broken tackles. I get that. I don't know. For 20th, I agree with Lance. It was a bit of a stretch.
I could see him even going.
Because
Kadarius
even
Toney
at
going at the
32,
end of the
when
first
we did our
round.
mock draft, we were considering not even going Tooney yet. Or is it Tooney?
Tony.
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah,
Toney.
Tony. That's what I thought it was, but I said Tooney. We didn't want to really put him at 32
I mean,
because we thought it was a stretch then.
I can
Well,
understand
like,
it.
That's different. That was Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
I
but
can understand
This
the
is
Giants.
the Giants. Like they needed like that slot, and they're targeting Jalen Waddle. You're not gonna pick Dwayne
Jalen
Eskridge.
Waddle.
Well, they traded down.
They were
Oh,
eyeing him. They were
okay.
eyeing,
They
like, a
they
player
traded with the
like him.
Bears.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. They're
yeah,
eyeing
yeah.
like a player like him, and he obviously didn't.
So I understand then. I mean, I obviously I think he was shooting a little lower, but I can understand the pick. Is what I'm saying.
I didn't mind their draft. I would put him
I put
right
him in a
there
B.
with
B, yeah,
I
B.
give him a
with
B.
the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic, I think that the Eagles should also be right there with
Yep.
the Bs.
I agree with that too.
I think
Honestly, I actually really liked the Eagles draft, which is kind of surprising because I don't really like the Eagles.
yeah.
But
No one likes Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I think they got a steal at 10. Obviously, Devontae Smith.
Bro, your voice do be cackling
dude.
over there, bro.
Devontae Smith is.
Devonta Smith, Landon Dickerson, I
Yeah.
really enjoy. I also really enjoyed the pick of Kenneth Gainwell, who can play running back, and he can also even sometimes step in the slot and play, and he's great there too. Great catching back. The rest of their draft, though, honestly, I'm not going to speak on it a lot just because I don't really know, but I'm going to stick with a B and go with just based on what I know.
I'm gonna go with B as well.
And I'd put them right there with the Jaguars. I think they had a very good draft, but.
Okay.
Steelers. Oh God.
What the
Who
fuck?
they? Oh, Najee Harris. Najee
first
Harris.
round.
Which they needed.
Yep.
I would have gone an offensive lineman personally.
Really?
Really. I don't think running back should have gone in the first round.
Yeah, but they don't have any running backs. They
Yeah,
have
but their
Jalen-
offensive line is it's the worst in the NFL right now. The worst. And you're trying to get Big Ben back, who's like
I wouldn't
on
say the
death row.
worst.
I'm saying it was ranked the worst.
It shouldn't be.
I'm talking
Lo-
about
Vegas-
statistically.
Vegas definitely has a worse offensive line than
I was
they
talking about
do.
Vegas is awful.
I'm talking about the end of last year. They were
Oh,
statistically
okay,
the worst
okay.
offensive
Man.
lineman in the.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But
Vegas is
like
bad.
yeah,
Vegas
they don't
was
have
bad.
James Conner anymore. Like I do agree that Najee Harris isn't gonna make your run game better because who's gonna block for him?
Yeah.
Like that is I do agree with that. But like I'm pretty sure they did get linemen.
They got one.
Yeah, they got one
They
lineman.
got
In round
they got
round 4.
No, they got two, and they got Kendrick
two.
Green.
Which isn't horrible value for a lineman.
I don't like
Like-
it. I don't like a lot of their.
So what would you give him?
I give him a C.
I'd give him a C.
Yeah. Okay.
B,
Good.
C.
Okay. All right.
It's a fair-
I'd give him a C. I wouldn't
yeah,
put him
it's-
with the B's.
It's a fair.
I
It's
would
a
not
fair.
put him with a C. I would be fine giving him a D.
I don't know. Maybe honestly, but
Like
give
you
him a
said,
C.
like you said before with Tennessee, it's a mediocre draft.
yeah.
Okay, you got the Denver Broncos here. I didn't like their first round pick at
Yeah.
all.
Hold
Well, like
on,
I
give
didn't.
me
Well,
just
like I
a
didn't
second.
mind it because like obviously like you're in a division with Patrick Mahomes. Like
Yeah,
you have
but
to have elite
if you
corners,
still have
like
Mac Jones and fucking I'm having a brain. Can someone help me, please?
Justin
Fields
Fields.
on the board, and you have Drew Lock. I mean, I know they're high on Drew Lock, but why not draft Justin Fields at that point?
Well, they have.
And they think they're gonna get whatever is Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
Which they
potentially,
could.
which they could.
Yeah,
And if they do, that warrants the
Which
pick.
they're like the top contenders to get Aaron Rodgers too.
But I wouldn't put 100% in there yet. And Denver, but outside of that, I didn't mind their draft, to be honest. I would put them in a B category.
Yeah, B or C.
Lincoln, 2 cents.
The Broncos. I liked Quinn Manierrez. I really did. Patrick Surtain, good corner.
He's a good corner, yeah.
Javonte Williams is going to replace Philip Lindsay.
Yeah.
Other than that, I like Jamar Johnson too out of Indiana. That's
And honestly,
great value for round 5 because he dropped big time, big time.
the Javonte Williams pick was pretty much probably one of my favorites because in terms of the ball carrier, he was probably the best ball carrier in the class.
You said B
I
category.
give him a B.
B or C. I like B or C. Honestly.
Okay.
If you wanna put him with a C, I'm cool with it.
I can go B.
Okay, Green Bay Packers. Holy crap.
The Green Bay Packers.
I mean, I didn't mind it. Like,
They just got clowned. The same
is
day
like-
as draft day, Aaron Rodgers says he
No,
hates
they-
the fucking
they
organization.
didn't get clowned.
I'm talking about by Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but like, they did it to themselves. Like,
Honestly,
How are you gonna still not draft a position player in the first? I feel like they just do it to him on purpose.
well, now they are. now, like, why would you show that you care? Like,
Bobby Davis, our friend who's a Packers fan, he's very adamant that they had a good draft. He
Give him
went
a D.
as far as
really?
Jesus
No,
Christ.
that's disrespectful. Bro.
He went as far as texting me at 1 a.m. in the morning. Says, not even gonna lie, besides all the Aaron Rodgers drama that's been going on, that was one hell of a draft for the Packers.
I think they didn't have like.
He said, we addressed 3 key needs and got some solid players, and honestly, if Eric Stokes is doing good come the trade deadline, then I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind seeing the Packers trade away
He's just
Kevin
fast.
Kings
He's quick.
for a wide receiver too.
That's not happening.
I don't think it is
That's
either.
not happening at all.
Bro, Eric Stokes is quick. I'm okay with that
Yeah.
pick. Josh Myers, I think there were so many better centers on the board that time. Not to mention, he's never received a PFF, so the thing I use is Pro Football Focus, grade of 75 over. I think there were plenty of better centers at that point. That was a stretch. Okay, Amari Rodgers.
I actually
Amari
agreed
Rodgers-
with Bobby. I actually didn't mind their
I didn't
draft.
mind it. I didn't mind it either.
I genuinely would give them a CD.
That's.
I'd give him a B.
the
I'd give him a
Packers-
B, honestly.
The Packers are one of those teams that just are. It's either you hate their draft or you see
You
the
would
upside
put
in
you
them.
would put the Packers draft with the Jaguars.
Yes.
I wouldn't. I would give him
Yes.
a C. I would give him a C.
Because bro,
I think you're forcing
you
it
act like
with it.
Amari Rodgers is a bum.
Bro, it doesn't.
He's nasty.
He is good.
He's
Say-
really good.
Oh, nasty. You're
He-
kind of.
he
He's
is a-
really
he's a-
good.
he's a
I
good
wouldn't give
wide
him
receiver.
nasty.
He's really good. He's very versatile.
I would. Let's go C, but I could definitely go just because like. The Jaguars is, but I could see them having the same draft as like, in my eyes, the 49ers.
Yeah,
or the
exactly.
Giants, or even the Broncos. But I just
Because like
the Jaguars had a better draft.
There's things that you could minus them for, but like you can't minus them 2 tiers for not getting a.
So
skill
I
position.
will.
I'm
go
not. No,
with
it's not
your
even the
C.
skill position. I think they just reached on a lot of their players. But okay.
I will go with you, C. Panthers. I think I gave them an A. Actually, you know what? I think I had them going as an S tier. If I'm correct.
I like what they did.
The Panthers. Wait, hold
They
on
got-
a second. I'm just trying to think.
J.C.
They got
Horn.
J.C.
No, I love their draft. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to think of their city.
Carolina.
Thank you. I was having a brain.
Jesus
fucking.
Christ. J.C. Horn, great pick. Terrence Marshall,
Yeah.
great wide receiver, is
yeah.
going to replace Curtis Samuel immediately. Chuba Howard, obviously they still got McCaffrey, who they don't really need Chuba Howard, but I think he'd be a good goal line guy.
Plus,
or someone
McCaffrey
even
has been injury.
Yeah,
He'll
and
replace what Mike Davis
was, and I think that's great for them. Tommy Tremble out of Carolina, he's a little bit risky, but
Yeah.
I didn't. They do need a tight end.
Well,
and
they need a blocking tight end,
Yeah.
which pretty much is what he.
I also really enjoyed Shy Smith out of South Carolina. I think he fell a bit, but at the same time, some people would say that's exactly where he should have been drafted.
It was good value for him.
Brady
honestly.
Christensen, I think he's a good offensive tackle. I thought they filled everything. I think the one thing that is very clear here is that Sam Darnold is their guy.
Which could be hit
Yeah.
or miss. I would give him. I don't know if I give him an S. I think I would give him an A. But I'm okay with giving him an S if you guys are.
I like it. I like.
Okay,
I think,
we'll go A.
I think them and the Chargers had pretty good drafts.
Okay, you got the.
D.
Yeah.
D.
No, we don't even need
D.
to talk about that.
D. D.
D.
D. Just get him out. Get him out of my sight.
Alex Leatherwood, is that who they
I
got?
almost threw up when I saw that. Alex Leatherwood in the.
Wow.
I saw a mock draft taking him in the third round.
Yeah, it was the biggest stretch
Yeah.
by
Huge.
far.
You want to take Alex Leatherwood? Be my fucking guest. Trade out. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a head
Yeah.
scratcher. I mean,
Oh my god, what a bunch of morons.
Regardless of that, let's move on. Washington football team.
Yeah, let's go.
I like what Washington did. I think they got a steal in De'Ami Brown.
Give me 1 second. Let me get.
I really
let me
like
get, let me
De'Ami
get my
Brown
notes
to them.
out on this one, cause
But that was their second or third round. I think that was their third round pick.
what'd you
De'Ami
say?
Brown.
Yeah, it was their.
Yeah.
It was their third.
Yeah, De'Ami Brown was a steal, bro.
I do.
steal.
Oh, okay. Out of North. Yeah. I really enjoyed that too.
And bro, they just keep
I
getting
thought.
stronger
I
on the
thought the
defensive
Davis.
side.
I thought Davis out of Kentucky was a bit of a stretch where they took him. To be honest, I don't mind the pick though.
If he was in the draft last year, he would have been a first round pick.
He was a first round pick. This
Yeah,
year.
yeah. But like, I just mean like he would have been higher. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Alright,
He was
well.
nasty last year. He fell off a good amount. But I do understand he probably should have been a second round pick.
I
this
would
year.
put them with the C category.
Really?
C.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would give him a B.
Yeah, I like B. I like B
Alright.
honestly.
Well, I'm outvoted, so you guys you can put them in B, but I would put them in the C category.
Okay, so you got the Arizona Cardinals currently.
That's Rondale Moore.
I would give him a
and
C on that one.
I give
too.
him honestly. I'm leaning towards a C too, cause
I
thought
just
you were gonna
don't-
say a D. I was like, ooh.
No, I don't.
no,
Gabe
C.
coming down with the hammer on that one.
I think the Zaven Collins pick. I mean, is the linebacker. I think they could have addressed a better need than a linebacker personally. Maybe a
Yeah,
cornerback.
they should have gone a corner.
they should go.
um,
I'll go C. We'll go C.
Yeah.
I would agree.
They should have gone. I know it's a risk, like you guys said earlier, but they should have at least tried to trade back and get Caleb Farley or
yeah, I agree.
try to. I don't know.
All right, so you got the Buffalo Bills coming up here now.
I think the Bills had a pretty good draft.
You get two edge rushers, which I can appreciate.
I like B for the Bills.
B for Bills. I would give him a B. Looking at their picks real quick.
Cause like honestly, the problem that they had last year was their defense.
Well, their defense was clutch in late games,
Yeah.
but I think that their line wasn't fantastic. I would have maybe gotten a corner a little higher. I would give him I think I could give him a
B or C.
B minus. So
That's what I had. I have him as a C plus B minus. So wherever you guys want to put him.
I
in
honestly
terms
don't.
of
If you
C
wanna-
or B.
Let's put them at C.
I guess a C. If you
Because we're putting B minuses at C, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'll put
would
him a C
go-
then. Seattle Seahawks, Lincoln, my man. What we got? 3 picks going on here.
4.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, three,
Three, baby. The magic 3, you know? Honestly, for 3 damn picks, I thought they did fucking pretty damn well. We don't really. The Seattle Seahawks are one of those teams. I mean, they're a contender every year. Well, since obviously
Since
Russell
they have
Wilson.
Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
yeah.
Since Russell Wilson. They obviously offensive line is always going to be a need. Quarterback was a big need this
Corner is
year.
a huge need.
And
They only
then-
had a round 2, 4, and 6. So
Yep.
I mean, what can you really do with that?
Really, that's really what I had to say. I mean, to me, I just don't know how I haven't seen a mock draft or a grading wise give him anything lower than like a C, just because it's really tough to. They knock him for
I'd
the
give him-
Dwayne Eskridge.
Yeah.
I think that was a little bit of a stretch because it's honestly very much of a stretch initially. I calmed down a bit, and then I was able to do a little bit more research on him, and I like.
He's
I-
good. I like him. Dwayne Eskridge has a lot of upside.
I forgot that we're
He's
going
on
for-
upside. I think he's very
yeah.
polished, but I mean, obviously he's in the draft
I really
itself.
enjoyed Trey Brown. He's not really what we go for usually, but he's PFF has him as the lowest QBR when targeted with like a 26.9 QBR.
He'll be a slot guy.
No, they want to
No.
put him outside.
They want to put him outside.
Yes, at 5'10".
Yeah,
Holy
he's a
shit.
little short, but
And then Stone Forsythe
I
was
put-
supposed to go in the second round, and he fell to the 6th. No injury problem. I looked that up because I thought the same. No injury problem. He's just he's very unpolished in the run game, but in the pass game, he's phenomenal, they said. And he's 6'8", 300 pounds. Dwayne Brown's going to retire soon. We've got Brandon Shell on the other side. I actually really enjoyed offensive tackle. I would be fine with putting him in the C.
I give him a C.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him
I
in the
don't
B.
think they did. I don't think they did horrible for what they had, and I'm not going to put them over a C because they only had 3 picks. You really can't
Yeah,
judge too much
exactly.
off of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next you have the New York Jets. I guess it's really up to debate on how. I mean, they knew Zach Wilson was going to go second overall, but is he going to be an efficient quarterback? I do like
Zach Wilson. I want that to be known
I
so
know.
that when he sucks, I can say that I told everybody.
I like
Zach
Elijah
Wilson's
Vera
not gonna
Tucker.
suck, bro.
Zach Wilson fucking blows.
Zach Wilson might suck on the Jets,
He
but
gives me that like fucking prep school
Frat
vibe,
boy.
like frat boy, like pussy boy, like you see
frat
that?
boy, pussy.
You see that
boy,
picture?
like-
Yes, the
The
video,
video of him around
dude,
everyone.
around all, like the fucking 5 black guys acting like he's like fucking Piper Perry
Yeah.
with.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I
his
saw
black.
I saw the video of that when I was watching it live, and I saw all his siblings. Dude, they were all twins. I'm not even kidding. Like they looked identical. And
they
I was like,
honestly
"What
did
am I
look-
watching?"
They honestly did look exactly like it.
Bro,
was kinda weird.
I just like that video. Like I don't know why, it just pissed me off. Like watching him look around, like he's in fucking Arkansas, and he's fucking what's that? Dorothy.
I don't know. I don't like the way he like presents himself. But I just hope I just want the Jets to do well. I feel bad for like Mario. Shout out to Mario.
Yeah, I hate the way he presents himself. He presents himself like a little bitch. I want to fucking.
But I
smack
do
him.
like Elijah Vera Tucker as a second pick, and I do like Elijah Moore too.
I like those
Oh, yeah,
picks.
I
I'm
love
loving
those
those
picks.
picks.
So I would.
I like all their picks.
I
I
hate
love
Zach
Zach
Wil-
Wilson.
I
could
hate him.
I could
you guys
be,
know how I feel about
I
Zach
fucking
Wilson.
hate Zach Wilson.
I could be okay with giving them.
I think
B
I'm
plus,
not-
A minus. B
No,
plus, B.
no, they're going B. I'm not giving them an A. I'm sorry.
no, I'll give him a B.
Okay, we'll go
I'll
with a
give
B
him
then.
Even if
'Cause-
Gabe wants to give him an A, I
No,
refute it.
I'll
I'm
give him-
using my one fucking
no,
veto
no,
card.
No, I'll give him a B.
Because you hate him.
Because realistically, like if I was Joe Douglas, I would have picked Trey Lance or Justin Fields above Zach Wilson. But I think Zach Wilson has a whole lot of upside. That's why I like him.
I hate him.
Yeah.
I hate him. And
So
that's.
I like the B. Like
But I'll admit that for the Jets situation, why not go Zach Wilson?
and Elijah Moore is
He could be decent, you know.
he's good.
And
Well, like
save the best.
Well, like
for
Zach
last.
Wilson fits like their scheme a little bit more than like Justin Fields and like Trey Lance, where
Yep.
the Mike, what is it, the Mike LaFleur system that they're bringing in? I think that's Mike LaFleur and Robert Sala's.
Now we are at the Patriots. What are we at for time?
We're nearing an hour, so that's fine. We can just touch on the Patriots, which is unfortunate. Okay, so the Patriots, New England Patriots. All right, Mac Jones fell to us, which I think it's the best scenario for him, given what we have. I love Christian Barmore as a pick. Love it. Love Ronnie Perkins.
And then
I-
everything else is.
I would like to know, Gabe,
it's a
what
little
you.
sus.
I don't know. I wouldn't say sus. I wasn't a huge fan of the running back pick.
I like Stevenson. Well, we don't really have any. We don't have a big running back like.
Okay, but we literally have every other type of running back.
Yeah, but, like,
you know what
we
I mean?
don't-
Like I just don't think we need a
But
running back.
we don't have a guy who we can give it off on 3rd and 1 and be really positive about it. Now we have.
Oh, I would love Damian Harris still with 3rd and 1. 100%.
He's more of like
My
he's
biggest
more of
thing
like a-
is that they have no wide receivers. I mean, you're looking at a wide receiver core that's bottom of the barrel, right next to like the
I
Colts,
wouldn't say
the
that.
Lions, and
I
don't
think
even know who else.
last
Eagles,
year,
maybe.
last year we had the worst wide receiving core maybe ever. But
I know, but what did you add though? I mean, Nelson Aguilar is okay, and so
He had
is
a- he had
Kendrick
a-
Bourne, but like, does that really warrant you guys to get
But
out
I
of
don't
that
think-
bottom of the barrel discussion?
I don't think he wanted to necessarily go for any more
You
wide
really don't.
receivers.
You really don't think the tight ends will open up somewhat of a receiving?
Bill's
for us?
fantastic with 2 tight end sets. That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
give him the 2 tight end set power. I think their offense is going to be
I think it would
exceptionally better this year.
Yeah, me too.
I think that it'll open it, but like, who are you opening it for though? Like, that's my
For
problem.
explosive players like Kendrick Bourne and like a vertical threat like, Nelson
Aguilar.
Like-
I have no problems with their off. Okay, how much more could he have gone out and get with how much money he spent and everything on the defensive side, on the offensive side? I think at that point we're nitpicking, and we need a quarterback at round 1, and we needed to run stop. That was our
Yeah.
2 biggest problems.
Exactly.
And with him already addressing the wide receiver needs and us being bottom of the barrel last year in run defense, stopping those in the like down the middle type of stuff.
And
I was
realistically,
cool with
we're
it.
probably gonna trade Gilmore. Like we can get something out of that, which is
I don't know how much. I think people are saying we could get more than we actually could for him.
It's Stephon Gilmore.
I mean, I'm not here to talk about their off season. I mean, personally, I think they could have easily combined the salary of what they gave Aguilar and fucking Bumbo McGee for Corey
So
Davis.
disrespectful.
But I think that this draft, although I like Mac Jones and Christian Barrymore, I like Ronnie Perkins, the rest of it is just that's really my opinion on this draft. And I'd put him in the I'd put him in the C plus B minus category with maybe a slight B depending on how Mac Jones turns out. But we don't know that yet. My biggest problem is really Trey Nixon and how many undrafted free agents there were, wide receiver wise, that are so much better than him.
Bill's
But,
not
like-
gonna get a wide receiver.
And
I know, but like they did get a wide receiver.
he's a slot inside guy that we always use. So it's kind of more of a fit thing than more of a get a really good receiver, which is kind of what I've been trying to.
You don't like
Explain
Cameron
myself.
McGrone?
I like him.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, he's not gonna play next year.
But he's
he has
young.
injury problem.
He's 20.
He's 20.
He has a lot
Yeah.
of room to improve, and he's going to.
Yeah. I'm
a Patriots fan. I gave him an
I
A
think-
minus.
You said a what now?
An A minus.
Holy shit!
I was thinking B.
I can't give him a C, consciously knowing what other teams drafted. Putting in the same fucking category as the Green Bay Packers would be disrespectful. It would be so fucking
Yeah.
disrespectul.
I don't know
I
if
do
I could
agree
put
with
him.
that.
I don't think I could put him with. The
I do
Jaguars,
agree with that.
I
though,
100% could
or
put him
the
with the
Jets,
Jaguars.
Who took like 2 like franchise.
You just said you hated Zach Wilson with a passion.
Yeah, but even then, you know, you just gotta. I don't know, man.
If it was my choice, I would put him in A, but clearly I will put him in the B. We have to put him in the B. I'm not doing a C. You cannot tell me that now you're putting the Jets not in an A. You vetoed it. I can't put the Patriots in a C. I vetoed.
I
that.
can't put.
I can't
really-
put him
Yeah.
there. I can't. And then, so that leaves us to our draft. Let me just make a couple corrections here. If I can't even put him back in, I
You can't put him back in.
I can't. But can I, like, just end?
Yeah. You can't change it. But that's officially our those are our grades for the 2021 NFL Draft. What do we have for time? Good to go?
Let's just have a quick so everyone can see it.
Okay.
We're really small now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
we're-
okay. So, yeah, we're a little over an hour, so that'll work. You know, agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. I guess
Sure.
we'll find out. Patriots are winning the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop it.
Actually, you know what? My wild card for, and we'll get into this later on in the season, but I put the Colts making it to the championship in the
Me
AFC.
and Mario are doing our bet again.
The Jets and the Patriots?
Yeah.
You're
Wow.
lying.
We're doing it again. We shook on it last night.
Dude, the Jets are not going to be.
For those who
Talk
don't
to-
know,
talk to my
Gabe,
man.
Gabe and Mario continue. Our stat guy for those who watch.
One time.
Continually have this bet of whether the Jets, who will have the better record, the Jets or the Patriots.
That's disrespectful.
Mario has yet to win this bet, but
It's only been once. It's only been
I
once.
hold hope for this man.
had a better-
Mario, I hope you do it. I hope you do it, buddy.
I think the Patriots
I
are gonna have a better
believe-
record than the Bills this year.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, so our next video,
Don't do
our
crack,
our
kids.
next podcast, we'll do NBA. We don't know what yet, but we haven't done NBA in a while, so we're gonna get back into that. And
Well-
then closer to the NFL season, I was outvoted on here. We will get into power rankings and our projections for their season records and such.
Yes, sir.
So everyone have a great. I don't know. Can you give an outro?
Oh my god, that was
Everyone
awful.
have a good night.
Yeah, everyone have a good night. I don't know when we'll see you next, when we'll have our next episode. It's usually been in kind of like a 2-week increment, but, you know, stay safe, go outside, stop being a weirdo. Final season's over.
Maybe
Go
with the
Enjoy the nice weather.
maybe with the in-play tournament with the NBA, we can somewhat talk about that coming up this
Well,
week.
I said that we would do that in a couple
Yeah.
weeks potentially, but I don't know. Anyway.
Yep. Enjoy the nice weather. It's getting nice out, folks. All right? So go outside, listen to the podcast, and fucking sit your ass down. Get some sun.